All right, y'all. You know how we do. Let's go. Welcome back to your favorite podcast. You know how we do. Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Woo! Yeah,
Riffin
yeah.
with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
Riffin with
Yeah.
Griffin, baby.
Welcome back to your favorite podcast, Riffin with Griffin. Today, we're talking about Britney Spears, man. I don't know what's going on with her. Let's see. Give some thoughts. I just did some shows with Matt Rife in Atlantic City. It was incredible. I'm going to tell you about that. Rachel's still pregnant. Woo! Looking thick, and I love it. Plus some other news and notes. But as always, welcome back to Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Woo, woo.
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah. Riffin with Griffin, baby.
Riffin with Griffin, baby. Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. Excuse me, coughing already. I appreciate you being here. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe, because that's when it's gonna, I don't know. Just hit the subscribe button, y'all. Because that's how you will, see me. You know what I mean? Wait, hold up a second here. What's going on with my... Why does it look like that? That's so strange. Oh, here we go. I need to do this. Here we go. Hit the subscribe button because that's how you're going to, know when I'm on and all that stuff. I'm like fixing this on the fly because it's like I feel I have that OCD compulsion to fix this because I don't know why this looks like this. This is like driving me. Oh, here we go. It was driving me crazy. So I got to move this over. Yeah, you guys listening like, what the hell is he doing? I just wanted to fix my picture that came on screen. But anyways, hit the subscribe button. I'm on Twitch most days. You can watch me, Erik Griffin Gaming. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing custom matches. That means I could play with fans and stuff together. So we'll do custom Warzone, custom multiplayer matches. And I'm going to start doing those on Wednesdays after the podcast. I'm not going to do it today, but Wednesdays after the podcast for the first hour of my stream, it'll be custom matches. So let's look forward to that. So if you play Warzone and you want to get involved in that, make sure you come check that out. And you could be a Patreon, you could be a Twitch subscriber to help support the show, a YouTube member or a Patreon member. I've been out of town. I haven't been able to get to all my stuff. But anyways, it's coming. Trust me. So anyways, welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. You know how we do. If this is your first time, you're like, is this a comedy podcast? You know what I mean? It's it's everything. We do comedy. It's fresh off the cuff, off my thoughts that are happening in live time. Sometimes we're funny, sometimes we're serious, but we're always authentically me. And for the people that have been here before, you know the deal. And thank you for coming. I want to thank our sponsor for the show today, which is Factor. Factor Meals, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast with the chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. Head to factormeals.com/Griffin50 and use code Griffin50 to get 50% off. Thank you, Factor. Okay, guys, what's up, y'all? Thanks for being here once again. For everybody that's live on stream right now, I appreciate you. Yeah, you know what I mean? All the people that are, whatever. If you have questions, let's put up I'll put up my weekly Q&A thing right there. If you have some comments and questions in the live chat right now, let's go. Hit me with that. And I'll look at those periodically throughout the episode, and we'll see what we got. And I can also see the live chatters right there. And thanks for being here as usual, guys. What's going on this week? So this week I was in Atlantic City with my boy Matt Rife, man. And my goodness, this kid is famous now. I mean, it's like a 4,500 seater, this theater at Ocean. And shout out to Ocean Casino. It was really nice on the Atlantic City boardwalk. I've been to Atlantic City a few times. Sometimes it's like, ugh. But this casino was really nice. Very new. You know how I knew it was new and modern? Because in the room, you know how they have like, you could plug your USB into the lamp or the radio, whatever's right there. They had USB-C stuff in there. So that let me know this is new and fresh. Because sometimes you go into a hotel and you'll still see the old school iPhone one. But like, remember the old plug that was like an inch long? They still got those in some hotels. They must be furious. Like we paid all this money to make these, we got like 300 of these things, and now we can't even use them. That must be very frustrating to hotels that still have that, So yeah, so it was a nice hotel. So anyways, it was this big theater, man, like this big old huge theater. Let me see. I think I have a good picture of it right here. Yeah, there we go. So that's me, Matt, and his opener, Alex, his regular guy. Funny comic, Alex Curero, if I say his name right. I don't know if I said his name right. Anyways, check out Alex. But so anyways, yeah. So we did 5 of these shows, and he could have done a 6th show. So the lady one of the social media person, I'm talking to her backstage while Matt's on stage, and she's like, yeah, this has been really incredible. No one's ever done this. And he sold out 5 shows in 25 minutes. 5 shows, 25 minutes. Okay? The kid's going to do Radio City Music Hall. 6 shows already sold out. 30,000 tickets in New York City. Incredible. I had a really great time. I've said this so many times, but I'll say it again. I'm super proud of this kid. But I'm just glad that, I was here from day one, So it's like our relationship is great. Like, I know why I'm there. I support him. I'm helping him. He's preparing for a special, so I'll watch his set, and then I'll give him some things like, hey, there's more meat on this bone. Why don't you try this or that? And then he, works out what he wants to do. So, we have a great friendship, great working relationship. But I know why I'm there, and I'm like, this is great. He treats me well, pays me good, and because he's making so much money, and I feel really great that I'm there. I love hearing about all these people who are like, yo, man, what's up, man? They're trying to hang out with him now. Everybody's trying to hang out with him. Like, where were you? Where were you 2 years ago? He's still the same guy. You know what I mean? So funny. So I like seeing that, and I'm collecting fans, good for this kid cause let me tell you something. I'm a monster on stage. Okay. There ain't too many comics that would want me to go ahead of them at their theater gig. Cause they don't want to work like that. But this kid is he's cool with it. Cause he's like, these are my fans. They're here to see him. We're completely different. He's speaking to them in a way that they love. They're like, he's young like them, and I'm I'm just an old funny guy, and it's a great mix, and I'm having a great time. I'm ready to do it all the time with him. I love it, and it's just, again, I'm also I never performed in front of this many people in 5 days before in my life, in my whole comedic career. I realized with me is I'm really funny, I'm great on stage, but it's that's not what gets people to come. I'm still trying to figure out how I could get people to come watch me do stand-up. That's the whole business. The whole business now is convincing people to come see you. It used to be we had this kind of mindset that it was all about being funny. It's be funny, be funny, be funny. And then the people will find out, man, people ain't finding out. No one knows. They just don't know. You know, like look at my little podcast right here. I get 4,000 or 5,000 viewers here. The other podcast, Golden Hour, those people don't come to my shows. That has not helped me at all in terms of stand up. That's whatever, but it's great to do that podcast. It's great to like, you know, be a podcast host in front of that large audience. And I love you guys, but they're not coming to watch me perform. You know what I mean? Listen, there ain't too many shows. I'm not going to be the funniest dude on the show, period. I'm being 100 about it right now. I am a tremendous comedian. Okay. I love doing stand up. I love sharing my thoughts. And I have fun on stage. I laugh at my own stuff because it's for me. And then I really make sure the crowd has a good time. And sometimes I'm in the mood to make people think about stuff. And then I find ways to make fun of things that you don't normally make fun of. Anyway, I'm not going to toot my own horn. I'm tooting my horn right now because I need to let people know you should come watch me. I'm funny. And speaking of, I will be in... this weekend I'll be in Kansas City at the Kansas City Comedy Club. Links in the link, go to ericgriffin.com. I have stuff on Instagram. Come check me out there, Kansas City Comedy Club. I am there this weekend, so come check me out. So, anyways, really enjoying what it was this weekend. It was like so much fun. And then we ate well. The casino's treating you well, and then like I say, the casino people are coming up to me like, damn, dude, you like who are you? You're really funny. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. Like, I just realized what is the thing that holds anybody back in this business right now, the comedy business, is people convincing people to come check you out. And I guess that would be just like any restaurant or anything like that. But the difference is, like, in this business is the restaurants, let's say if it was food, the restaurants don't want to do any work. Like the restaurant, like if the restaurant business worked like comedy right now, it would be this really fantastic restaurant with great food. And the restaurant is like, yeah, but we're not going to tell anybody about it. We're not going to like promote. We're not going to like do anything to like, we just want the food to do it. We want people to just like word of mouth. Like, oh, that food is so good. And just some people that wonder why people aren't coming. It's because they're not doing their job. Like the business right now relies completely on the artists themselves, their own sort of self-promotion. It's like there's no reputation for the comedy clubs or theaters anymore. Like the comedy club used to be like, they had a reputation in the community that they were going to put on a great show. Like this comedy club was going to introduce you to a comedian you've never heard of, or a comedian you have heard of. And now they're like, hey, look, we brought this guy you like here, or this woman you like here, whatever. Right. But to capture new audience, we used to rely on the comedy club. The comedy club would be like, they would be promoting in their area. They would have a number list. They would have a call list. They would have emails. And they would be like, we're shouting out like, hey, guys, come watch this guy. The comedy clubs don't give a rat's ass anymore. They're just like, you got a social media following? We want you to do it. You do everything and then bring people here. Well, like, I'm like not in that. I've aged out of that in a way. So it's like trying to figure out how to get people to come watch me is the thing. So I'm just going to focus on that. Like I know it sounds crazy. Like, why haven't you focused on that before, Griffin? I know, right? You just get caught in your way, the old ways, man. It's like I get so like, how many times when I finish a show at some city and the people are coming to me after the show, just like, whoa, I've never seen you before. I didn't know, I didn't know you were this funny, or like, oh man, that was really a great time. I realize I just like, if I gotta convince people to come watch me. So I'm telling you all right now, if you've never seen me live, you should come check me out live because you're going to have a really good time. I'm hilarious. Okay. You better ask somebody, son. But anyways, so had a good time with Matt, and like, who knows, sky's the limit for this kid, man. Sky is the limit. I should have like recorded a podcast with him, but I was like, you know what? He's about to be on Rogan and Segura, and like he's gonna do all these podcasts and stuff now, because now all of a sudden people are like, oh, who's this kid? You know what I mean? But I get it. It is what it is. By the end of the year, he will literally be probably the most famous comic in the world. It's crazy. Doesn't mean best. Just, he's just really famous right now. And he's so charming on stage. Really, he puts on a good show. The people love him. And as you can imagine, it's a lot of women in the crowd who are just like enamored by him, and their boyfriends are with them, So I had some funny jokes about it, because it's just like so many. It's like all these guys who are like, I don't even want to be here, But by the end of the show, Matt wins them over because he's in their age range. You know what I mean? He's speaking to them too. So then you get the girls going like, oh, I'm confused about what he's talking about. And then the guys are like, yeah, man, And then by the end, everybody's like together. And it's like it's fun to watch. So you got to come check this out. Check out Matt Rife. And then so look for when I'm going to be. I'll let you know when I'm going to be at a city with him. Because that's like you getting more show than you deserve. Let me tell you that right now. So fun times on the road with Rife. Okay, let's go to now this week's comments. Bunch of crazy comments this week. Good ones, bad ones, crazy ones. I have troll of the week. I actually screenshot this one comment. I'll read you guys, and I put it on Instagram and Twitter because it's so dumb. You know what I mean? Like it's so dumb with this thought process, and I wanted everybody to see how dumb it was. And per usual, I was correct. And this idiot is getting clowned vigorously. Anyways, let me see. Heavyweight Hank. Eric, you're the most funniest. I hope your special guests are involved with the he wants me to be a special guest with the boys, the Workaholics boys. They haven't talked to me about it. They do their own thing. They don't want me there. If they wanted me there, I would be there. They don't. Somebody said Carrie, cat art. Bobby Lee looks like Princess Leia. So stupid. Let me see what else we got. I had some good ones. Oh, this one, Music BH5BO. Like this is one of these ones that I feel like people forget that this is a podcast, Like this, what's going on currently? You talk about it, right? So this guy wrote, great show, but you're falling into the internet trap regarding Lizzo. Guys, the internet trap. Just because the internet says she's done doesn't mean she's done. It's a few people or non-people on the internet. Her show will sell out and people will buy her music today. You are smarter than that, bud. Like, I think that when people write these kind of comments, they just want to write things. They don't actually think it through. They don't think it through. They just want to say something to be like, oh, you're smarter than that, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, bro. Dale was into music, the internet cycle, so I talked about it. And I have my reasons for talking about it because I just take offense that this black woman is getting like sandbagged. It's layered to me. The whole thing is layered, what's happening to her. But she got removed from the Super Bowl. She got removed from a lot of different things, man. Her core fans are probably still going to be there. Just like, say, Louis C.K.'s fans are still there. He won a Grammy. Guy won a Grammy, right? But there's like levels to like what you could do. I don't know if he's ever going to be on TV again or movies or people are going to, who knows. But you can still do your craft. You have your fans, right? So I'm just saying she was like this enigma. She was like just like internet darling and like, social justice warrior she was a pawn to me. She became a political pawn about body positivity and all this stuff. And then when it all crashed down, just, you know what I mean? And I just think that it's not going to be the same for her, the trajectory that it was on. But anyways, the whole point is I was talking about it because it was in the news cycle. When you lose the Super Bowl, do you know when you perform at the Super Bowl, what it does for you? Like, they should actually make the artist pay to be on the Super Bowl as opposed to like paying them to do it. Every single person that does the Super Bowl halftime, their album sales skyrocket. It does so much for them. And she got removed from that, man. So that's like a big deal. Say whatever you want. She took a L in this. I don't think it's going to be the same. But who knows? Who knows? But anyways, like, to act like, like, just watch the show, bruh. Just be a passenger, because I got it. Here's troll comment of the week. the dumbest comment. Here, let's say his name too. Austin Beal 4879. He writes, because the trolls think that this bugs me. You really make your wife work at Target? So I wrote back. I'm going to read you what I wrote back. Yeah. I was like, oh, you want your own career and make your own money and get experience in the career you want? And I was like, get in the car, I'm taking you to Target. And then I forced her to interview. And then when she became the visual merchandiser for the entire store, I was like, you think that's it? I forced her to use her money on whatever she wanted. I said, buy shit now, because I'm a monster like that. That's a funny response, in my opinion. Once again, these idiots think that I am bothered by the fact that my wife works at Target. I am zero worried about it. Shout out to Target. Thank you for the 15% employee discount. Thank you for the free delivery because she works there. You know, thank you for employing her and letting her. She always wanted to be a visual merchandiser. Thank you for letting her do that. And when she wants to move on to a bigger and better thing, or not at all, because she might want to be a stay-at-home mom. If she wants to do that, I support whatever she wants to do. And the fact that this idiot thinks that it's an insult is crazy. People that, if anybody worked at a retail or whatever like that, a lot of times these kind of companies, they pay good. There's great insurance. Her insurance is great, by the way. Great insurance. So I don't know how to say enough. But again, it doesn't matter. The trolls are going to troll. I told you about this one guy. He keeps sending a picture of Target workers on anything I tweet. You know, that's their life. Imagine being that guy that you're following that closely that you're like, well, I got to put this picture up because that's going to get him. Like, I just don't like when someone like this he don't realize how he makes women feel. As if women aren't allowed to have make their own choices and, you know, work what they want to work. You know, this is some sort of like old feeling. You know what? And it's really misogynistic in a way too of being like, you know, like I make her or I let her, as if she don't have her own choices to do whatever she wants. I mean, there's a school of thought where the old school, it's so old school where men are like, well, my women don't work. I don't want my woman to work. I'm taking care of, like that's whatever that is. That's like so archaic. Those days are done. But yeah, but y'all should go into the comments and let's say hi to, you know, make sure you say hi to the troll of the week. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, Austin Beal 4879. Yeah, I make her work at Target. What an idiot. Oh, new troll of the week. This is the second troll of the week, and this is AKA Boondock 19. So last week's title was like about, I said it was no loyalty was the title. And then this guy chimes in, funny title considering you showed Bobby Lee no loyalty in regards to shop. Listen, you're not in our friendship. You never will be. Trust me. Everyone involved doesn't care if you live or die. It will do nothing to our lives. Y'all don't know, like, even after all that, the guy was at my wedding. I talk to him all the time. We see him at the club. It's like, y'all don't, whatever my relationship is with these people, it's none of your business. And like, you don't really know everything that has gone on. That whole situation was dumb. Everybody involved was stupid for letting that be on the internet like that. To me, that was just dumb. But it's clickbait, you know? Like, it got a lot of views and it got a lot of talk. But the backlash from all the like the nonsense of having to deal with dumb comments like this, I don't think it was worth it. You know? I don't think it was worth it. The whole thing was just stupid. And, you know, whatever. But like, it hasn't affected what you think. Y'all don't know about any of this. I know you think you do. I know there's troll websites that you have to go to, that can't be on YouTube and Twitter and all that because it's so negative. So go to Mean Girls. Go to meangirls.com where you get all your information and just live there. And that little community can just like, woo, we know everything. Like, y'all don't know shit about shit, man. It's just that one pissed me off. Just because I'm like, anyway, it don't matter. Pissed me off like comedic pissed me off. You know what I mean? But I responded, you're so dumb. You aren't a part of our lives. So stupid. Anyways, but that's going to be troll of this week. Let's see. Light Night 3056. What's weird names? I had a friend who years ago whose python escaped from its cage in the garage in the middle of the night and wrapped itself all the way around her in her sleep. They got it off her in time. Like, somebody wrote back, liar. I mean, snakes aren't pets, okay? If you see last week's episode, or there's a section about this snake that attacked this. Snakes aren't pets, okay? They're not pets. You're actually a monster if you own a snake. You're just like a kidnapper, okay? You're just like, you took something that is not supposed to be domesticated or kept in a thing like that, and you're not a good person to animals doing that. All right, we're done. We're done with comments of this week. A lot of negative comments this week. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys, about so much negativity in the world, but it is what it is. We're here to talk about it. But you know what you can do to help yourself as you talk about it is get some Factor meals, guys. Get some Factor meals. I want to thank Factor, who's a big sponsor of the show. It's America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. You can fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. With the busy fall season just around the corner, you might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals or you might have some jam-packed days. You need to get Factor. Factor's great. The meals are great. It's great portion control. It's great options. All different types of meals, vegetarian, keto, whatever the kind of meals you want to get, you can really customize it for yourself. And it's great when you just need something on the go. You pop Factor in, you're ready to go. It's great. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So all you need to do is heat and enjoy, and then back to crushing your goals. I told you there's a really great variety. There's gourmet plus options. Treat yourself to upscale meals with premium ingredients. It's all premium ingredients. So check it out, man. With Factor, you can rest assured you're making a sustainable choice. We offset 100% of our delivery emissions, sources 100% renewable electricity for our production sites and offices, and feature sustainable sourced seafood in our meals. So they're trying to help the environment as well. And it's like, the portions, you're not wasting food, which is a big deal. I hate wasting food, right? Head to factormeals.com/Griffin50. That's Griffin 50, and use code Griffin50 to get 50% off. That's code Griffin50 at factormeals.com/Griffin50 to get 50% off. Thank you, Factor. All right, guys. Let's get to some. Let me get this. I don't know if there's any Q&As, but let me go to this real quick. See if anybody said anything. No, wait, no. How do I go to this? Oh, here we go. I'm so sorry. Here we go. All right, let's see. How's the car search going? I'm not searching for a car. Oh, I'm glad you brought this up. I'm not searching for a car. Already got a car. I'm getting the Fisker Ocean. I ordered it a year ago. You had to put $5,000 down. Well, no, you had to $250 for the $250 for the reservation, and then it was like you wanted to be one of the first 5,000 to get it, and it's a special version of the car. So I put 5,000 for that, and I'm ready to, So what I did the other day was, I was like, where the hell's my car? Because I've seen people get cars, and here's the thing too: is I wanted to get a Rivian. But when I was on the website and everything, it was like they didn't know when they were going to be released, and there was all this stuff about they were losing. Google got rid of it. It was like a whole thing about Rivian. I didn't know what was going to happen, and I wanted the SUV version. And I was like, you didn't know when you were going to get it or when it was going to be delivered. And so, and it was like it was way more expensive, but still, I wanted a Rivian and I didn't think I could get it. Now I'm looking on the street and there's a bunch of Rivians on the street. Have you seen them? The SUV version of the Rivian? Oh man, it's great. I love that version of the car, man. Let's go to the website and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I want to get this RS1 Rivian, right? So, yeah, here it is right here. This is perfect. We can go right to it. Oh, this is great. See, look at me. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. Boom. So, yeah, I wanted to get this right here, right? You know? And that looks dope. And it's all electric. The features are great. But again, I didn't think I could get it. So then I read up about this company, Fisker, and I was like, oh, you know what? And I like what they're talking about in Fisker, how like it's like all sustainable energy sources of getting everything and recycled stuff for the leather. And, you know, they really are trying to limit their carbon footprint. And they have like this whole thing about you could see everything. You could see their carbon footprint. They're trying to be transparent about how the car is made, where the car is made. Like they didn't build their own factory and like, so, you know, all the emissions that comes with that and all the resources wasted for that. They're using a factory that already makes like BMWs and fancy cars in Austria. They're using that company to make the car. And that's why the cost for this car isn't as high as the other cars. I mean, it's still expensive. It's a $70,000 car when you get all the trimmings and stuff that I'm getting. But it's like, you know, some of these cars, like the Escalade that's about to come out is $130,000. They have an electric Escalade coming out, right? So, you know, I said, you know what? Let me hit them up on Instagram. So I went on like a little Instagram thing, man. I was like, where's my car, dude? You know, so here's the Fisker website. You know, so it's like, you know, you could configure it on the website. It's great, man. And so I looked at this and I was like, oh, I really like what's going on with this. And then they have they're coming out with an affordable version of it. They're coming out with a truck that's Alaska, you know. But then they're coming out with, of course, they have a really fancy that goes 700 miles, but I think it's like super expensive, that car. But anyways, I went on an internet blitz to get my car because I was like, I hit them up. I made a bunch of comments on their videos. I was like, on their thing, I was like, yo, where's my car? I went to Henry Fisker, the owner of the company. I was like, yo, man, can I get my car? You know, like I was like, can I get it? And then I like put a story up. Well, they hit me up. And then someone called me. And they were very nice. They were like, hey, Eric, give me your order number. I gave them my order number. They were like, this is exactly where your car is and when you're going to get it. So I was like, yes. So it should be mid-September. I should have my new Fisker Ocean. I can't wait to drive it. And, you know, anyways. And then, all right, so next comment, what do you think of Oppenheimer? I haven't watched Oppenheimer. I actually have no desire to watch it. That's just my thing. It's like, I think that what that movie's about was terrible. And I don't know why we're, you know, hyping that up. I don't care what they tried to show in the movie about like, oh, we knew we did something wrong, whatever. It's still like, man, what a slap in the face to the people that we drop bombs on. But anyways, no, let's see. A lot of silly questions. I'll get back to this later. We're good. Let's see. We'll just get back to the live chat. So there we go. All right. So today's episode, one of the things I wanted to talk about in today's episode is Britney Spears. Wait, do I have it? What's going on here? Hello? Why isn't it showing up? You know, I have to do like this and come back. There we go. Okay, y'all. Let's talk about Britney Spears. You guys are like, what am I doing talking about Britney Spears? Well, I'll tell you. You know, this really seems like two things could possibly be true at the same time. Two things could be true at the same time. Britney Spears needed to be in a conservatorship and her family were taking advantage of her. Like it's not one. They don't need to. They're not mutually exclusive. Okay, what business of it is ours? She was super famous. Britney Spears was one of the most famous people on the planet at a certain time, and so now when you see her now, it's kind of sad. But I don't know if it should be sad. If you understand what I mean. Like, should we be? Are we sad about what we see with Britney Spears because we know about the conservatorship and everything that was going on, and then her like weird ranting and ravings on the internet? Like, she can't even make an omelet on the internet without people being concerned about her. So she was like doing this cooking video. She's making an omelet and she's like not scrambling the eggs. She's not taking the seeds out the bell peppers and just kind of doing I thought Kitchen with Griffin was weird. This seems to be weird. You know, that people are like, you know, every video she does on the internet, there's like some sort of like concern for her safety and all this kind of stuff. And then, you know, and then of course she's getting divorced from her husband. So they were like together apparently for like 6 years. I don't know, like, why did you start? How did that even come about? Not that Britney Spears doesn't deserve love or anything like that, but it's just, that must have been very difficult for her to be like in a conservatorship where she can't even get off birth control. You know what I mean? Like if she wanted to have a kid, they wouldn't allow it. Like apparently the rules of this conservatorship was like really strong. I don't know. And so how'd she even meet this guy? And then they, you know, this guy seems like, I don't understand this guy's intentions or motivations, right? But because of the craziness of the whole thing, you can only speculate. And I think I'm trying to be delicate because I feel like that sucks. But, you know, it's like, but then you find out that there's like the prenup agreement was like airtight prenup where he gets nothing. So you go, okay, well, he didn't do it for the money, right? But what did he do it for? I mean, did he really love her? I don't know. It's like, it's so strange to see all the things that have gone on with poor Britney Spears, man. You know, and it's like there's all these reports about the deterioration of their relationship, you know, and then, you know, they're coming out and saying they don't know the exact reasons of their split. They're saying she cheated. You know, it's like, what is going on? But like the thing that really, like, when you see the thing that was really like, what's going on with Britney Spears is when you see like this picture that I have up with me right now. Like, she's on Instagram. I feel it, and I read too that she hasn't even seen her kids. Like, they don't let the kids hang out with her. Like, haven't seen her in a year or whatever it is like that. It's like, man, I hope those kids are okay. Because it must be tough if your mom is Britney Spears. Even if your mom was 100%, I don't want to say normal, but you know what I mean? Like, let's say she was just like regular ass mom, but she was Britney Spears. That's still got to be tough for your kids. You're 15 years old and your mom's Britney Spears, you know? All your friends are like, oops, I did it again. You know what I mean? Like, all your friends know about your mom. And then like young people, Britney's played out. Like, Britney's not famous anymore, because this is the real thing too. She ain't famous like she was famous. It just happens like that. People, young kids today, they age out of that stuff. So now Britney's 40-something. She's not someone that the young girls are like, ooh, I want to be like Britney Spears. Now all they see is a crazy chick online pole dancing. You know, they see a mom provocatively dancing on Instagram, and you're just kind of like, wait, what is this? What's going on? So it's just all this information that we don't know. You have to decipher through, and you just see that, and you just go, what the hell is this, right? Like that, her husband, Sam, after 6 years of love and commitment to each other, my wife and I have decided to end our journey together. We will hold on to the love and respect we have for each other, and I wish her the best always. Shit happens. Asking for privacy seems ridiculous, so I will just ask for everyone, including media, to be kind and thoughtful. I am now trying to be kind and thoughtful. So, yeah, it is something else, man. But like this is the thing that really, you see this, man. You know what I mean? And you're just kind of like, wait, what's going on, Britney? Like, how come you can't see this full screen? I don't understand why this isn't coming in full screen. Okay, here we go. Like, when you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if this is, is she trolling us? You know? Like, is she trolling? You know what I mean? Like, I just, what's she doing, y'all? Like, I think that we're going to look back on the things that we posted on the internet, all of us, no matter who we are, and we might be like, what was this? Well, why did we do this? And like, she's like playing music, you know? And it's just like, this isn't even the one. Like, I mean, I guess like this is what you would think. Like, you're like her kids, let's say you inviting friends over, and then you come into the other room, you walk into your room, and your mom is doing an Instagram video like this, playing her music in the background, and you just kind of like, all right. So there's like two schools of thought. You know, there's people out there who are like, go get it, girl. Oh, Britney still got it. Hey, you know. And then there's other people who might be like, oh my God, this is so sad. But it's like, I don't know how you feel. You tell me how you feel, you know? And it's just like, that's the thing too about it. I think that what I'm saying is all the news and notes about her, it's crazy. Like, this one's nothing. This is like a real, just like, you know, this is somebody having a good time, right? But there's the other one where she's like pole dancing, and it's like very, like super provocative, where you go, am I concerned about it because I know about the conservatorship and all the craziness, all the crazy ranting and raving that she does, and we see this, are we gonna be concerned? Should we be concerned at all? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a weird thing. I mean, this chick was so famous since she was 18 years old, so famous. Oops, I did it again, and all that stuff. And now we're seeing this version of her. We're just kind of like, what? Like, I don't know how to feel. You know, some of you are just like, let me see comments. Some people are like, oh man, relax. She's just having fun, man. She just loves dancing. That's her expressing herself. That's somebody says that, you know, that's a attitude. You know, and other people might be like, you know, it's like, what the hell are you doing, chick? I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, I'm talking about it on my podcast because, you know, she's famous. It's in the news cycle. There's always something going on with her. You know what I mean? Like, this pictures that I have behind me right now is one of the ones that was just kind of like, whoa, what are you doing? You know, it's just like this sort of like, maybe my thing is like, don't give it away for free, girl. Get on OnlyFans and get you some money for this, right? I don't know. You know what I mean? But it just is like, like this is on Instagram. I don't know. Man, it's just, again, we're gonna look back. You know, we're gonna be like when we were single and just having fun and all the things we would say and do, and then you become a father, you become a mother, you become, you know, and then you start to go, oh man, I don't know if I should have done that. But like, we did these things, right? But now we're documenting these things, you know, like we're documenting them and we have them online for the world to see later. This is like, man, I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. You know, if you're listening at home right now on screen is like, I'm showing some of her videos that she has up. And one of them is this like crazy pole dance that she's doing. Like, let's say you don't know who this is. If this wasn't Britney Spears and you saw some lady doing this on Instagram, what would your thoughts be? Like, it's, you know, like it's, I don't know. Like, is she trolling us by doing this, or is she disturbed? We don't know. That's what makes it the enigma of it. That's what's so weird about it, because we don't really know what's happening. We can't unknow the information that we know. We know it's like, oh, well, she was in a conservatorship. You know, she had that crazy rant in court. You know, we know all these things that have happened to her. All the, you know, the shaved head. We know she needed help, right? We don't know if she got the help she needed in that 13 years of the conservatorship. We don't know if she got help. And now when she's free to do whatever she wants, she's doing this. So I don't know if she needs help or if she's just like, maybe she's just trolling us and playing us, or is there somewhere in the middle? It's definitely, to me, odd behavior, So I don't know. Guys. You tell me. You know what I mean? You tell me what you think about crazy ass Britney Spears. All right, let's get to some other topics right now. Thank you, Britney, for being weird in the news so I can talk about something on Riffin with Griffin on my weekly podcast that I need content for. You know what I mean? Why is this? I don't know why this is. It's not. It's not switching. I don't know why it's not. What is going on? I already got. Oh, wait. I gotta put this. All right, here we go. That doesn't make any sense. All right, I went to that screen. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Anyways. All right, so some weird stories of, let's go my Instagram stories of the week. So, yeah, man. Turns out The Flash, biggest financial loss for a superhero movie ever. Turns out they lost somewhere between $200 million on the movie. Man. So, if you're a fan of The Flash, people are like, oh, I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was good. It's like, what does this mean for the DC universe? What does this mean for James Gunn moving forward? Because, as I said before, he endorsed this movie. I don't believe him now. I don't believe him. They made this movie. They kept pushing it back because of the dude's troubles. James Gunn takes over. He watches it. And I'm sure he watched it and was like, oh, no. But then he put out the statement, greatest superhero movie I've ever seen. Like he said that. But now we know, I think he just said that because he's being a company man. But it's like, damn, man. Damn. Why do you think this movie failed? I'd love to see in your comments. Do you think it just wasn't a good movie? Do you think it really is about the guy himself and all his off-camera troubles? Or what do you think it is? Are we done with superhero movies? Is that what it is? Or what do you think, was your reason? I would love to hear what you guys think about it. But, man, to me, they should have just put it out. The guy's troubles are not, who cares? Especially if you've spent this amount of money and it's going to be we can't lose this amount of money. We can't put $400 million into a movie in terms of like the budget of the movie and the press for the movie. We can't put $400 million and just write it off as nothing. We got to put this movie out. You already know you're going to make that choice. Just put it out. Just put it out. They should have just put it out when they planned on putting it out, and then, deal with like the repercussions of that. I think more people would have saw the movie because of all the stuff people were talking about him. They just, let's go see. Well, that's just how it works. So that was kind of sad. For him and whatever. I thought the movie was, ugh. I did a review of it. Make sure you check out that episode. YouTube is working on a multi-view feature allowing users to watch 4 things at once. Are you kidding me? People already don't have attention span to watch one thing. So now it's going to be 4 things on your screen? Like, wow, what are we doing to ourselves? That seems to me, that's like sensory overload. Imagine having 4 things on the screen. Are you going to watch 4 podcasts at once? If you do, make sure one of them's Riffin with Griffin. So I don't know. I saw this and I was like, this was really weird. And I got this from one of my favorite sites on Instagram, which is Pubity. I don't even know how you say it, but it's Pubity. That's one of my favorite websites, Instagram accounts to follow. They always have some real interesting stories on there. So make sure you give them a follow. Other story. Now, this is the one I really wanted to talk about. Dying wife asks husband, can I have sex with my ex one last time? Damn. What would you do? Your wife's about to die. She got a terminal illness. She's going to die. And she comes to you and says, Can I have sex with my ex one last time? The news report that had come out if it was me is I would have been on Instagram. I'm sad to announce my wife died early from complications from her illness. You know what I mean? What are you supposed to do, man? What are you supposed to do? What would you do? What would you do? I don't know what I would do. I guess I feel like I'm the kind of person that just, I don't even know, man. This is tough. I mean, this is actually really tough if you really think about it. What would you really truly do? You know? It's like if you're a good person, I guess you just go right ahead. Go ahead, honey. You know? But then it's like, I don't know. You might want to be like, because you're going to question your whole relationship. You're going to doubt everything. You're going to think it's about you. You're going to think like, oh, man. As opposed to like, this chick is dying. First of all, the person you end up with, how about this? The person that you are most compatible with to be in a long-term relationship does not mean that's the person that you've had the greatest sex with in your life. Sometimes the greatest sex could be that crazy night you had in Mexico after on a cruise ship that you met this crazy person and y'all connected and it was just one of those nights and the circumstances of the thing was just magical. Or you hear about an abusive relationship and the only way they were able to really communicate with each other is having like makeup sex and it was just like this sort of passionate sex, but everything else in the relationship was trash. So maybe it's that person that you know what I mean? So I just I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how I would feel. I don't know if how are you not going to allow this? Cuz now you made it like it's going to be uncomfortable in the last days of her life anyway. So the last moments of the last days of your wife's life, weeks, whatever, you said I'm not comfortable with that. Now, but she's told you this. What are you supposed to do? Right? Then if you let her do it and when she comes back, what are you just going to be like, well, I hope that was good. I hope you enjoyed that. You know what I mean? Like, what are you supposed to do? Maybe I'd let my wife go. She would go do that. But when she came back, there'd be 3 hookers in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. I'd have a stripper pole. I'd have Britney Spears stripper pole in the living room and just 3 hookers in there just kind of like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, these, always wanted to do this. I don't know. It's just like, what are you going to do? You go call your exes and be like, because like, I don't know if, how about this scenario? Your wife says, can I have sex with my ex? You let her go do it. She comes back. She's had the sex. You're dealing with the shame of it. Doctor calls. Hey, we found a cure. We actually have a way to extend her life for years. All right. She don't get the call. Okay, let's make this more dark. Your wife goes have sex with her ex. She comes back. She's like, yeah, it was good. Thank you for letting me do that, baby. But the doctor called while she was gone. And the doctor's like, yeah, we actually can extend her life 5 years. Do you tell your wife? You know what I mean? Your wife comes in the door glowing. You're on the phone with the doctor. You know what I mean? You're on the phone with the doctor, And she comes in the door looking just like, I'm every woman. And she just looked like glowing. Like she just got dick down. Doctor's like, we can extend her life 5 years. And you're like this. Thank you. Hey, babe, how was it? She gotta go. You ain't living 5 more years with that knowledge. You going. That's what I'm doing. You guys tell me. Oh shit. Sorry. Oh, I messed up the thing. All right. Well, that's what I wanted to talk about anyway. Oh man, I'm running out of time. I'm on a plane and I was watching Renfeild. I saw Renfeild with Nick Cage. Nick Cage and what's the kid's name? Robert Kirkman. Nicholas Holt. That's the guy's name. I've seen him in a bunch of things. He's always in this weird movies, and Aquafina was in it. Guys, I saw this on an airplane, right? I thought it was just going to be a dumb Nick Cage movie. This was actually, I really enjoyed this movie, man. I actually recommend you going to see Renfeild. You know, Nicolas Cage is actually a really great actor, and I believed him as this sort of outlandish Dracula character. He played it just right. So I do recommend Renfeild. If you can rent it right now, or you could probably see it for free on one of the streaming services, it's actually a good watch. I'm not mad at it. Okay? That's what I'll say about it. I saw it. I thought it was going to be ridiculous. And when I watched it, I was like, you know what? This ain't bad. So, yeah. It's like, you know, through the story of Renfield's eyes, you know, and Renfeild was like, you know, Dracula's familiar, and he had sort of a little bit of Dracula's power, so he stayed alive, but he had to serve Dracula, and he had to eat bugs. That's the way he survived, right? But this kid always plays the things great. Awkwafina was like, she was just, everybody I thought was like fine. Everything was fine, and it made for a good movie. So I do recommend this movie, and I give it like 8 woo-woos. Woo, 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 woo. Other thing I wanted to talk about real quick, so we're ending it, is the new season of The Witcher. Now I'll say this, man. This sucker is boring, man. It is so boring. The first, I think there's 8 or 10 episodes. I think like the first 6 episodes are boring as hell. I didn't care what was happening. I didn't care about why are they doing this? But I will say the last few episodes got me interested again. I stuck it through, and the last few episodes were like, all right, this was cool. I think The Witcher's worth watching type of thing. But I don't know. I mean, you may not last. Like, to me, if something's going to be boring because they giving a lot of subtext, a lot of to lead up to it, you know, they got to give you all this backstory and all this kind of stuff. And so you're just kind of like, oh man, usually you got to get that done in like 3 episodes, in my opinion. 3 episodes, you got to get that done. And then, all right, this better start getting good. This took like six episodes before I was like, okay, I guess I can watch. Like, what is happening with this, you know? So I don't know. Y'all got to check that out. I'm not even going to give it any woo-woos because it's a TV show, and I got to think about it. You know, I don't know, guys. It just, like I say, this was a weird show. He's, by the way, the performances are fine. Everybody's great. This lead actress is beautiful. I think she does a great job playing Yennefer is her name. Freya Allen and Anya Charlotte. Both these women are very beautiful, and they're great actresses. Very the physicality in the show is great. What is his name? Henry Cavill. I always call him Caviezel. Henry, old school, old Superman. He's great, you know. But I don't know. This is a mixed review of The Witcher. Like I say, first half, just you don't care. That's the best way I can describe it. But I will say this. If you stick it through, you're going to be okay with it. You're going to be like, all right, I'm going to watch the next season. How about that? If it comes out again, I'm invested still. I just wish they would have done the lead up better than they did. Okay? I'll say that. All right? All right, guys. Thanks for watching another episode of Riffin with Griffin. As always, please subscribe to the show. Please subscribe, hit your notifications so you know when I go live on Wednesdays. And I'm putting way more stand-up clips up. I have a stand-up clip I'm going to put up from my shows with Matt in Atlantic City. Hit me up on Twitch, man. I'll be on Twitch in like 10, 15 minutes, so check me out there if you want to be subscribe there if you want to help support the show, or subscribe on Patreon to help support the show too. Either way, any one of those ways is great, or be a YouTube member on either one of the Eric, and I'm on Erik Griffin Gaming on YouTube as well, guys. Well, you know what time it is, y'all, how we do it every single week. Oh yeah, with that rap recap. Oh, it's Erik Griffin, always riffing, never stiffing, for a good time while I hit these rhymes. Britney Spears look crazy. Maybe I'm just Daisy. It's kind of hazy. Maybe this episode is lazy, but it don't faze me. Keep your comments coming. These dumbass trolls. Go dig a hole, jump in. Woo! Erik Griffin with the win. Sometimes I sing. Woo, 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 woo. Woo! Once again, it's Erik Griffin here on Riffin with Griffin. I see you again next week. Dance, move that feet. Yes. Peace.